Hello, good evening. I hope everyone is just fine. I'm so sorry for being this late, but my computer started with some updates. So when I was logging in, here I was just waiting until these updates were just fine. And then they let me just start opening my apps and all my programs. Hi, hello. I hope you are fine. I hope that everyone is in their houses. We are starting with our free tarot reading live. And of course, we are having our enjoyable night. So please share with me, and please remember that everyone here is just invited to get your readings for free in a few with a few tarot cards. And we are just starting here with a broadcasting. I'm so sorry for being that late. But well, that's how computers work, right? And once we are just logging in with our readings, well, we are just starting. I hope everyone's just fine. My beautiful girls, I hope that you are fine. My boys, of course, you too. I'm so sorry for being this late, but well, when I was just starting to plug in my computer and everything that I need in order for me to get this broadcast go, then he started an update. And I was, no, please, no. Not today and not now. When I finish everything you want, but not at this moment. But well, there was nothing that I could do and nothing could be done. And of course, well, I had to wait. And I'm sorry I kept you waiting. But hey, we are here. So we are having here just starting our broadcasts. Tonight we're going to use our life past oracle. We're going to use also our Archangel Power Tarot cards. And we're going to use also the activation cards. So we are going to use different cards tonight in order for us to communicate and to share the readings that we're going to have. And let me tell you something important, because tomorrow morning we're going to start feeling, especially the signs of Aquarius and the sign of Taurus. They are going to start feeling something that is really incredible. We're going to have this Uranus in a retrograde form again. And now with this part, we're going to see how different things are in the way we are seeing, thinking, feeling, the things that we are doing with our money, with the way if we are spending our money, how much is spending and how much is investing. If we are just starting to thinking of changing jobs or maybe doing something extra in a different way, because I love my hobby and in that way I'm going to make some money. Yes, that could be done. But remember to be careful with what you are asking or wishing for, because sometimes this kind of energy that we are going to have with Uranus is going to be more than we can sometimes accept or that we can control. And that is also because Uranus is very unexpected. It's like a thunder. You don't know where that thunder is going to turn off and when it's going to hit. So it's the same energy that we are going to have. So please just remember that many things that have to be dealing with electricity, with the things that we need to use or check with in our physical body, with our neurons and with our nerves, everything is going to be with our spine, of course, everything is going to be really, really different. It's going to change. What about your family? Well, yes, there may be changes in our family too. And also some of them, there are going to be changes that are so unexpected. And I didn't need to see that, or I wasn't expecting that change. but we knew that there were some ways that we had to change different things or different perspectives, or learning how to survive at first, but then it's going to be like, it was the best thing that could ever happen to me. So we're going to have also, besides our activations and our past lives oracle cards, and also our archangel power tarot cards, we're going to start talking about this Uranus retrograde while the other girls are just coming together, because according to what we are going to check, it's going to be something extra different than the things that we were doing. And we're going to see what were the different parts of our stories, according also with our family trees, that we were doing together as a group, as a whole. Uranus has to deal with groups. So we're going to see what was different in our group, in our family group, that needs to be changed. And this change is going to be with the best effort that we are going to see, because we are not going to see how far we are going to get. This is something to be released. This is something to be open and widen ourselves, to be independent, to be free, to remember ourselves how to be able to create and to enjoy life, and not feeling that guilty because we are going to be pointed at, because we are going also to see, we are going to be able to be ourselves, and not thinking that much that what are they going to think about me, or what are going to they going to do to me because I am doing something different. We weren't even, we're going to say, okay, I'm going to pay attention to that. We're not even going to think about it. We are just going to let go ourselves. We're going to enjoy. We're going to let ourselves be free. We are going to see ourselves with different perspective. Also, our third eye is going to open, widen, and it's going to be closer to what we are really dreaming and seeing in a different perspective, but using our spirituality, and also remembering us that we are also connecting each time and every single day. We are connecting more and more with our soul, with our spirit, with our guides, with our light, with the source. Even if you call it Buddha, even if you call it God, even if you call it, I don't know, using Torah, or the way you are thinking about your spirituality, everything is going to come to a new place, and we're going to see the perspectives in a different form. Also about health, and about, of course, the pandemic we are all together in as a whole in our world. We're going to see many different changes, not only about the vaccines, but we are going to see also different changes in the way people are thinking that they are going to be dealing with the virus, and how they are going to be taking care of themselves. Not only because of the governments, they are saying something that we need to be paying attention, but also what about in small groups, and how we are also putting ourselves into a new way and a new perspective of being taken care of. And also we're going to see, well, how many different things are changing in our lives. So Uranus is going to be retrograde from tomorrow until January 21st in 2021. So it's going to be a long way, 5 months of different kind of knowledge. We have also different planets going retrograde. The small line reading would be that we need to go backwards, and we need to check what was it that we could do different, that we could think different, just to free ourselves using Uranus. What could be or real truth that we needed to know using Jupiter? What would be the things that I was under control, under some kind of power, under some kind of obsession, or maybe I was causing those things? That would be also with the help of Pluto. And also, well, Saturn is in his sign Capricorn, is also going backwards. And again, the same thing is, what about changing what were our foundations, and we're going to turn those things into something extra, something different. Maybe our foundations were just put them in big piles of, in a shape of squares, and now we're going to change those squares into just columns. And those columns are going to be different, because now they are going to be meaning in a different perspective how much weight we are going to charge on our backs, or in our new way of learning how to create our new families, or new way of thoughts, or new way of having our couples, or new way of having babies, or new way of being in a different kind of part of being human beings in this part of the universe, in this part of the now, of course. And we are going to see how different things are going to be looking for. Also, on the 18th, we're going to have our new moon in Leo. And that new moon is going to be change your creativity, make it go forward. Now we're going to advance, we're going to roar, we're going to make different things, because we are going to expect that these kind of changes are going to bring us into a new kingdom. And that reality, that new kingdom, is going to be created according to what I feel it's really what I need to do. And this is something interesting, because while we are using Uranus in a retrograde form, just freeing ourselves, as if we are just pulling those big change under ourselves, now we are thinking, how is it that I'm going to be able to create my world, my kingdom? Well, we are going to make ourselves a big compliment. We're going to give ourselves a great gift, because we're going to be able to free, to feel and to feel and to free ourselves about being really what I want to be. Not because my parents tell me that I need to be in a form or in a way, not because my boss needs me to be someone that I am not really feeling great, not because my couple needs me to be that the person that needs to cover. I'm going to be really myself. I'm going to be pleasing myself. That would be the meaning. That would be the word that's going to fulfill us during the next months. And it's going to be great. It's going to be feeling something extra is changing. And I'm taking myself into a further place that I wasn't prepared. But I was sure that I needed to do this, because I was not feeling correct where I was, or I was not feeling able of being capable of doing some different things, because now I'm able to do what I really want. It's more like giving myself my own permission, but it's more like, oh, now I know I can. There is nothing in my way that is going to block me. I'm going to turn those blocks apart. I'm going to just tear them. I'm going to rip them. I'm going to bomb them. I don't know the different forms, but we are going to do different ways of knowing how we are creating our way of living, our way of thinking, our way of being with, or with the people that we really want to be. And also, everything is going to change in the way we are seeing our perspectives. So, in that kind of place, we are going to see how far we are doing. Okay, Fabita, hi. Good evening, Fabita. Yes, I know you're here, my Fabi, my beautiful Fabi. We're going to start our reading with our activation cards. And look, the conception card. Wow. We are creating a new world. Ouch! So, the activation card for the frequency of conception invite us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. And it helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space, and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. Wow! We are going to see how different life is going to be according to what we are connecting to conception. Hi, Fabita. And let me put it here. I hope this can be seen. Excellent. Yes, great. Hi, Fabita. Hi. We can start with our questions, Fabita. So fire at will with the questions, please. We are ready. We are ready. And we are sending also our energy to all the people that would like to have your questions and being answered. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Feel free to type your questions so everyone can be here with us. While Fabi is typing our question, yes, let me remind you also that next week the sun is going to enter into the Virgo sign. And now we're going to see something completely different. We're going to be in a disciplined way. We're going to be, again, eating nutritiously. We're going to be able to see the little or minimum things that we need to check in details. We're going to check also about perfection and criticism, so be careful about being too critical, because we are going to see how far we can hurt people, or maybe we can mend some things that we needed to change in the way that we say, in the way that we think, in the way we express it, and also in the way we are making people feel about the way we are saying things, because it's more about the form and taking the manner in something really, really careful. And also the way we are going to expect everyone is going to talk about us or talking to us. Um, Also, Virgo is going to help us here with the aid of the Virgin. We are going to be also being taking care of our houses, critical about being so clean, taking many things outside our houses because they are not things that I am not able to be used, or maybe they are broken, or maybe they are not being for use for many years. So now I need to take them away. And of course, here we're going to see so many different things. Virgo is a sign that needs about being clean, and it's going to be also about the healing situation. So the information that we're going to have during this month of Virgo is going to be so much taking care of the vaccines and the pandemic and the hospitals, and about the labs that they are going to make the vaccines or the studies. Everything is going to be so focused on health. Fabi, how does that changes will affect your beloved one? Those changes about your beloved one. Let me see, Fabi. Well, we're going to use the three cards, the three decks, because there is something hidden here. And let's start with the past, because he needs to learn how to live with many other different people. It's very, when an Aries is thinking about living with someone or with the people he loves the most, he needs to be thinking also that he needs a place for his own, and everything is going to be taken care only for him. It's the thing that he needs to deal with, being alone, being in his place, that no one is just messing with him or with that person. And he needs to understand that living with many different people, it's not the same as if I am just living with myself and my little own, and that will be all. He needs to complete himself and see him, or being aware that he's not alone. Maybe he could feel alone, but he's not alone at all. He just needs to change the way he is seeing his perspective. And also, look, wow, King of Raphael. Here, this relationship is saying, or about him, is something about being honorable, generous, warm, and refined. And it says, yes, it's safe to trust. He needs to trust more, trust about himself, the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Yes, of course, you were thinking about him just being more focused about he has in projects, and he will just send all his energy to those projects at all. And look, again, here we have the change, just reaffirming the things that he is living. He needs to change the way he's thinking, the way he's living things, the way he's believing he is doing his things. And more or less, this kind of stability is just making himself just feeling like a little earthquake, because he needs to shake a little bit. But he needs to shake himself, because he needs to be aware and to see by himself that he's able just to come with him, to count with the people that he really wants to count with, not the ones that he needs to say that good face are just saying, ah, yes, I'm confident. He is just sending some wrong signals about those things. And also, he needs to believe more in himself, just by saying, yes, I am able and I am capable of changing the way I live, because I want to be feeling happy. I want to be, I don't know, closer to people that I am just delivering their happiness or feeling with laughter and joy and grace and being fun, and not just being like horrendous and just a bittersweet taste in the way he's treating everyone. Okay, great, Fabi, great. Just continue, my girl, just continue. What about some other different questions? Yes, because here we have this, and I'm sorry about being this late. That's why I think that there are no more of my girls. I'm so sorry. Or maybe they are just, as they are teachers, they are just running with the information they need to deliver about this weekend. So it's going to be hard for them. But here we are. Here we are. Don't you worry. Here we are. Great, my beautiful Fabi. Great, my beautiful Fabi. What else? Well, about Virgo. Virgo is a earth. It's an earth sign. Virgo needs things to be done in the way he is specifically thinking about them, because that is the perfect way that we, everyone, need to understand that this is how life would function for everyone. And of course, this is going to be something that is going to teach us all to take care more about our health, our body, our minds, the kind of readings that I'm reading, the kind of movies that I'm watching, the kind of talks that we are having. Everything is going to be in a great different way. Fabita, how does it affect you? How will this affect you as a couple? Yes, of course. How will this affect you as a couple? Well, let's see, Fabita. This kind of being a story from the Bible. I don't know what part of the Bible is meaning, but the sense of the card is saying that maybe something that you lived in that part of the story in a very past way or form, and it has a lot of different meanings about being together. um, Either of you don't have names according to the Bible, but you also need to understand that maybe your relationship needs to heal from compassion. And it's something that is really, really clear in about Jesus's life, and about being next to a master that is guiding with passion, with compassion, I'm sorry, with unconditional love, with love and respect, according to the story with him and Mary Magdalene, with different kind of love that they didn't need. Everyone should have known about the relationship, but they knew. And again, Mary Magdalene was like the sinner woman, right? And he washed her feet. And of course, it was something that needed to heal, or needed to be seen in a different perspective. And perhaps this is kind of the part that you are feeling that you are going to change. Look, again, Raphael is answering, and the page of Raphael here is telling you about being aware about this nobility, about being gentle, being loving, being dreamy or open hearted. And it says here a new emotional situation, and messages regarding relationships or social invitations are in a great intuitive insights. So we have many different perspectives from here. This kind of feeling that you are saying it's going to be good. Here's something coming on. It's going to be good. It's also pleasing you and telling you, don't worry. And here again, the alchemy card. This card is also being outside too many different times. And the alchemy card is telling you that the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Again, we are talking about changes. Again, we are talking about different things of knowing how can I handle. Maybe if we are also using or rider tarot deck, Fabi, this would also mean, for example, the magician in the major arcana, because we are understanding with kind of light that everything that is coming down to us, we are just sharing and just spreading the information using the tools that I need. I needed to use this, I needed to leave that, I needed to see this way, I didn't need to see it that way. Am I making myself clear? We are using our knowledge in order for me to know to transform that I needed to do this, but I was able to see these changes, and now I understand that everything is going to happen for a really good reason. Okay, Fari? Next question, please. I know you have a different question that is going to bring us with a new perspective in a new sense about health. So please tell me, Fabita, tell me about your question. And let's just drink a little water. So we can continue. Ah, yes, that's different. My throat feels different. What other things are coming? The main events are this: Uranus tomorrow going backwards. On the 18th, the new moon in Leo. Mercury is entering its sign in Virgo too. We're going to see, we're going to speak ourselves with so many different details. Please just feel sensitive about how you are saying things. Yes, I knew, Fabita, your uncle's health. Yes. Remember when we are having Mercury and Virgo in his house, he's just feeling himself so free, so great, because he is just doing the things he wants to do, but also he's saying, you are just being mistaken here because you don't know how to make things properly or right. Yes, I know Virgo is really perfectionist and I know that they are very critical, but please consider that not everyone knows as much as you know. And it doesn't mean that they are full. No, they are not fools. It means that they have learned something completely different and you didn't know, or you were not aware or able to see why they know, because you are so busy putting things in order that just let people understand they are going to get their new order. They will. Just trust in that. They will. Your uncle's killed, Fabita. Look, he needs to be in his sea. He needs to be in his ocean. He needs to go back to his salty air. That is great because that's maybe one of the things that he lives so near the beach. And look, the eight of Michael. Okay, here we are dealing with spades, Fabi, and here we are having the answer of Michael as you can be free. Sorry, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Yes, he is thinking that maybe I needed to do this or I needed to do that. And now about his health, he needs to know while you are there, and you can tell him it's okay for him just to let himself be free. Not about being judgmental about the way he is living and the way he's done things. They're done. They're in the past. He can do things now in a different perspective, in a different way, and he needs to see things in the way they really are. People are not just hurting so close to him in order for him not to heal him, but he needs to know, he needs to understand that things need to change in the way he is feeling. It's okay that he can express by himself and for himself. It's okay to say, okay, I want to send everyone just out of my life. And it's okay. I know it's a very difficult situation for him because he feels like being compromised, but he needs to do that. And he needs to know that it's okay. It's okay. Not everyone and not all the time. We are not always right for the people to come and to ask for a piece of advice, or maybe it's not always for us to be well and just saying yes, never mind, and we're going to pass with our life and that's going to be okay. No, That doesn't happen every day. It's okay for him to understand he's having a second chance. He is living in the way now he is going to be able to understand how to live and deal with a new situation. And of course, he's going to be seeing himself in a new perspective. He doesn't need to be seeing himself as having some guilt or having the thoughts or being just like, oh, I shouldn't done this or I shouldn't done that. He just did. So he needs to check that. And look, also we are having here the authority card, and the authority card is telling him to become that, or remembering what was it like to be that authority in the family, of course, especially and mainly in his own family. The frequency of the authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. And all those things are your uncle. He just represents those things. It's okay to be wise. It's okay to be loving. It's okay to share his knowledge. That is so great. But he also needs to know, or he needs to remember himself. It's okay to do it. He's going to be doing in a very clear way with more sense. And that ability is going to show him that yes, it's okay to be the authority, but with love, with compassion, with the ability of saying, yes, okay, you can do and try too many different things, and it's okay. But being also clear that he is there, or he is having this second chance to enjoy life, but just to remember what he really wants to live, according to what he really wants to be close to him. Okay? Excellent, Fabita. A new question, please. And maybe the last one, maybe the last one. So a new question, please, Fabita. I don't know if this made sense to you, Fabi. Your uncle needs to smile. Your uncle needs to be thankful for many different things. He's going to pay more attention to the little details, but also he's going to let himself enjoy life in a different way. Maybe he's going to be a little silent. Maybe he's going to watch instead of speaking. Maybe he's going to read more, but just enjoying the little details from life. And of course, it's going to be great for him. The last question, my beautiful Fabi, please. Excellent. Excellent. That is so great. That is so great. He is also being so loved that he needs to be here. He's not done yet. And in that way, of course, he's going to be feeling the love of his family with him so close. He is smiling more. Ah, he's so beautiful. Yes, he's going to be smiling more. He's not in pain anymore. He just went and had his trip in the heights. But with this trip in the heights, he's now able to understand more and to see things in a different perspective. He's going to be so happy of seeing everyone near him and just smiling and laughing. He's going to be feeling a little tired, but happy with having people so close. Excellent. Great. Great. What else, my beautiful Fabi? What else? Just to see our last question, please. Your Aryan boy, should you let him alone? Let him has his own time and space. What should you do? For you to learn and understand that when you say, I need my space, you don't want anyone just knocking at your door. What you really need is just to let everyone be in your place. And once you are ready, you say, okay, now I can open the door. Yes, how can I help you? So it's the same situation for him. He is not pulling you apart. He's just saying, I need to scream from my inside until my outside. Once I'm ready, then I'm going to get close to my people, to my family. Yes, for both. Yes, for both, my beautiful girl. That is going to be for both because he is going also at some point. Maybe if it's not for job, it's going to be for the relationship you have, but he is going to miss you and he needs also to miss you. I know and I comprehend you're going to feel in yourself that you've been desperate, you've been pulling apart, and you're going to pull your hair because you're going to feel like, this is so frustrating. Yes, and I understand that part, but he needs to know what does it feel like to miss you. In that way, it's going to help you and understand and seeing things in a different perspective. Okay, look. So, should you let him alone? According to what all oral natives said, well, everything has its time, everything has its reason. The god for the rain had his reason to appear, the god for the sun had the reason to appear, yes. So he has his reasons. Look, the Six of Raphael. Too many cards from Raphael. Even if I shuffle them, too many cards from Raphael, and it's talking about being the embrace of the inner child. He's going to embrace his inner child, and so are you going to do it. New friends and rekindled relationships, children or childhood themes. Yes, we're going to see perspective in a different way. We're going to go back a little bit when we were children and when we were thinking about doing things when we grew or when we were thinking about being an adult. And he is also going to open his third eye chakra. Again, you can use this in order for you to use the telepathy, and of course you can use the energy that you know how to handle using the essence of each and everyone. So you use your essence and connect with his essence, and so on and so on. It's going to be interesting. I know you're going to be really, really in at some point of obsession, being so confused and sad, and you're going to think like, this is too much. Yes, but he needs to get this idea clear. So in the way you were thinking today as I cannot be moving any place, you need to contemplate, you need to be in silence, and you need to remain in the place you are. Okay? Hi, Silvita. Love you too, my girl. Yes, I know you love that car, Fabi. So it's going to be great. It's going to be just so great. Opening your third eye chakra. Silvita, what about your question for tonight, Silvita? What about your question for tonight? How are you doing, Silvita? Fabi, does that make sense to you? I hope that made sense. And I hope everyone here is also having your answers. Yes, no. And again, we are seeing things in a new perspective because we are changing our situation. We are doing things in a new perspective. We are learning how to connect ourselves in the new beginning. I'm so glad, Fabita. Thank you, my beautiful girl. Thank you. Thank you. The conception card is telling us also that we are going to start something different, something new, something that's going to connect us with our energy, with our spirit, with the source. It's going to be great. We need to trust more. We need to understand that we are changing for good. So there's no reason why to be scared of. We only need to give that leap of faith and just say, okay, I know that everything is going to be in the best way, in the divine order, that I am connecting in the divine order, in my best possible way, in my greatest good. So we don't need to worry. We just need to be feeling clear about what we are doing, and of course, this is going to be great. So, Silvita, if you don't have any question, Fabita, you just had all almost the broadcast to you. So please tell me, what about this? If we are sending many different things, many perspectives to change, to be doing in a different way. Silvita, yes, you may call me once I am done. And let me send you a message so you can call me back. About your question is about if someday will you go to back to USA. Do I think I can answer you that? Yes, I think I can answer you that, but they are telling me that I only need to use two cards and not three. Because the third card in the third oracle about the past lives is like you know already the answer. Okay? You know that there were some mistakes. And look, maybe it could be about doing something that it's going to be helping about your job or through your job. The King of Gabriel here is telling you about something that needs to be done with some bosses, but also about being in a professional thing that needs to be done, and maybe you could go there. It's talking about being generous, inspirational, dramatic, or driven. And it says over here that you need to keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concerns for others. Yes, of course. So that experience that leads to success, it means a lot. And of course, if you are desiring that much with your sacral chakra, it's about the heart chakra, and you're feeling like yes, 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 can I? Yes, yes, you are going to provoke that energy to change. The frequency of the sacred chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So, yes, the answer from here would be yes, but use your abilities through your job, and that is going to help you get there. Or maybe also about being aware of the knowledge that you need to use, you need to take control, you need to speak with people, with councils, with lawyers, for example, with firms, that they can help you get in there, but in a different perspective. Okay? Yes. So, my beautiful girls, I'm so happy to see you tonight. Silvita, you may call me, give me just 5 minutes, and I tell you when I'm done. And thank you so much for your patience, for being here tonight, just sending all your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope next week we're going to be great. I hope my computer is not going to put again an update so I can start my reading on time. And we'll send you all my love. Take good care. See you next week. Remember that on Monday we have our horoscopes. Everything is going to be in Spanish, our horoscopes. And then we're going to have our reading at 9 in Entre Mujeres in our Facebook group. On Tuesday, we're going to speak about the interpretations for the dreams. We're going to talk about dreams interpretation. And also on Wednesday and on Thursday, we're going to have again on Facebook or different chats about different topics. It's going to be more about being there of clearing our ways and having this confidence of clearing our ways in a good health. And on Friday, we're going to see ourselves here. And I hope that next Wednesday, we're going to also have our broadcast in radio management. Okay, thank you, Silvita. Yes, I will give you a call or send you a message so you can call me. If you can call me to my house, I would love that. Please. So my line doesn't break. What else? Fabita, see you during the week. Silvita, see you soon. Send you all my love. My beautiful girls, thank you for being here with me. Good night. Have a beautiful rest and peaceful evening. And see you next week. Have a great weekend. Love you, girls. Bye.